Hi, and today we're going to be learning some of the most basic steps for those that barely get into the GFX stuff. You should never do more than like 400 by 200, and by doing so, go to File, New, and this is once you put 400 and 200 in the proper places, it should stay like that already, like default every time you make a new document. So the width should be 400, the height 200. You shouldn't go beyond those numbers. If you want your signature skinnier on the height, just decrease it to like 180 or 170 at most, at least. For me, that's like a part, like a good size still. All right. After you've done that, just press OK. For me, I already have mine open, so I'm not gonna make another one. Now for the renders, you shouldn't like get like low quality renders. You should try and get HQ renders like this one right here. How you do that is just by googling HQ renders or renders. If you want my render pack, it's on our site, which is universal-gamers.info. I'll have it in the description below. Alright, now to put the render in your new document, there's another way, but this is how I always do it. So just get your move tool, click and hold on the render, and it should be dragging. If you try like moving your mouse around, it should drag the render too. Alright, now once you've done that, don't let go. Go to your new document and just release. If there's like a little dotted square next to your mouse and like a square plus sign thing, that's good. And then after that, just release. Just let go of your little mouse. Now your render should be here now. This is how I always do it. There's probably another way, I just never use that. So to resize the render properly without making it look like it's squished down or anything, first off, you're gonna have to zoom out. CTR out and minus a couple times. Now once you've done that, you're gonna have to like get kind of highlight your render. By doing so, you're gonna have to hold CTR out, Alt and T. Alright, kind of gives like a squarish outline of your render. Now make sure you're on your render, don't be on your background or anything, okay? Now to resize it, hold shift and drag inward one of the corners. What this does, it just resizes the image without making it, how do you say, without making it look like it's getting squished, you know? It resizes the image with the same sizes, you know? How to explain it. Alright, now the whole render doesn't have to be showing, okay? You could just show like some like this, right? You don't have to show the bottom part of his body if you don't want. You just have to get some of the render in there. Alright? Now just erase the logos or anything that comes with the render. Now for the background, same thing, but make sure that the background kind of goes with the render. Don't try and mix in like a Mario render with this type of background, you know, it just wouldn't match, right? Unless that's what you're trying to do, but I mean, it just wouldn't match. Alright, so once you get a background that matches your render, you're gonna have to do the same thing. Get your move tool, click and hold on the background, and then just drag it to your new document like this. Alright, and then just let go. Now you're gonna have to resize it as well and zoom out. Same step, CTR Alt minus to zoom out, and CTR Alt T to kind of get the outline of the background. And then hold shift and drag inward one of the corners. And the whole background doesn't have to be inside the sig. Just some of it, like this. Alright, once you've done that, we're gonna add some lighting. Now to do that, get a brush, a soft brush. It could be like 230. It doesn't have to be the exact same size, just a decent size over the render. Okay. Now, first off, you're gonna have to make a new layer. You go to layer, new, and then layer. Press OK. Make sure the layer is over the render, like the one on top. And then just like don't be having like half the brush showing like this. Have the brush like just the tip of the brush like barely inside the sigs base, and then just click, and that's your light source right there. Alright? Alright. Now we're gonna have some depth and dodge. Now go over here to your little like bar thing, and you should be on this one right here. It's like a lollipop shaped thing. If you like hold on to it, it should say dodge tool. Now right click on it. Now a little like thing should show up like dodge tool, burn tool, and sponge tool. Get your dodge tool, and be sure you're on your render too. You might want to duplicate it if you want. It's up to you. I'll do it just for you guys so you guys will be able to see the difference. So just kind of let's see, how do you say it? Like the parts where light is hitting it or should be hitting it, put light on there, you know, like on his hand, kind of on his arm right here, his shoulders, his head, kind of his face. Alright, if I were to like hide this render, you'll see kind of the difference, right? It's a little brighter. Alright, now go back over here, right click on it again, and get your burn tool. It should be a little hand, and then just like kind of what this does, just kind of like darkens the shadowy parts. You could don't down the exposure if you want, up to you. And then just kind of darken the parts where there should be like shadowy parts or something like this. Alright, if I were to hide it, you'll be able to see a big difference, right? Alright. Now, some people make their borders way too thick, which is not good. Now, go to layer, new layer, and new layer. Go to this one right here, rectangular marquee tool, or mark, whatever. Make sure it's on the rectangular one, don't have it the elliptical or anything like that, okay? Now just kind of like highlight the whole sig. Make sure everything around it is just kind of like dotted around, okay? Alright, now once you've done that, right click, go to stroke, and the width should be 1 pixel. You could use 2 pixels, so you shouldn't use more than 3. 3 maybe still a decent size, but no more than that though. It'll just be too thick already by then. Now, I'm gonna use a color, let's see, a greenish color, just so you guys should be able to see it pretty good. And my width pixel is gonna be 1. Location, all that stuff should be default, and just press OK. And there, that's your border right there. Of course, it's not gonna be too thick or too thin. You'll just be able to see that it's kind of like there. You shouldn't have it too thick. Never have it too thick, or else it just look retarded and look like fucking new. Alright, once you've done that, let's see, what else can I do? Oh yeah, depth. Some people don't know what that is or know how to do it. Depth is kind of like if you were to focus on your hand, like focus enough into it, you'll notice that the background will like be blurry, or just eventually turn blurry. It's like in a movie, they focus on a person, the rest of the stuff around it is just blurred, you know? Same thing here. Go to your background, go to filter, blur, blur more. Now, what this does just blurs the background pretty much. It kind of focuses on the render and the things happening around it. Alright? Alright then. Now, let's see. I think, oh yeah, text. People make the text too big or just too bulky, you know? They use like weird shit effects on it. The text shouldn't be too fancy. Just get a decent, let's see, I'm just gonna Arial, fuck it. And I'm just gonna put text. Now, make this the font size about 11. No, that's too small. 14. There. I'll put it over here. Just put it near the render. Don't have it like in the corner over here. Over here. Over here. Have it close to the render. Always close to the render. Always. Alright, I'm gonna change the color of the text. Whoops. Alright. To change the color of the text, just highlight the text and just go to color over here, and then just I'm gonna pick bright color so you guys could see it. Pink, I guess. I guess it's viewable, but yeah. The text color should match the colors like from the sig. So it'll be nice to use this greenish color right here, and yeah, you know, greenish color. And for your subtext, should be your name or the name of the render. I don't know the name of this guy, so I don't know. I'm just gonna, yeah, text and then subtext. Let's see, subtext. Alright, subtext should be like a font size smaller. Font size smaller. I'm just gonna put 12, like that. Alright. You might want to add like blending options to it. By doing so, just right click on the layer, go to blending options, and go to gradient overlay. Now go to your gradient, click on it, and click on this one right here. And you might want to change the colors, up to you. I'm gonna just change the colors just for the fun of it. I'm gonna just put black. And then for the opacity, I'm gonna tone it down because I don't want it to like show too much. You can mess around with it, up to you. Same thing with your subtext. You could use you could just mess around a little bit with it. Don't do too much with it. Don't add too many effects. Alright, just a gradient overlay if you want. Unless you don't know how to use it, you could add a stroke too. Same thing. Just right click, blending options, go to stroke. Now some people always tend to like leave it like that. I don't know why. It looks gay. It's the same thing with the border. You should have it on 1 pixel. Okay, 1 pixel only. Well, 2 pixels maybe, depending on the font size, I guess. Same thing with your subtext. Alright, always have it close to your render. Mess around with it a little, not too much. Alright, like some people just tend to overdo it, and damn, it just pisses me off sometimes, man. Alright, oh yeah, to save it as, go to file, save as, go to right here to format, and look for PNG. It should be like on the bottom, kind of PNG right here. You should see right here. Some people tend to save it as JPEG. That's not good. Alright, not good. PNG, way better. PNG, good. Okay. Alright, and then you might want to name your file. Alright, name it. I'm just gonna name it whatever. Yeah, and then just save it. Oh, you bitch. There. Press OK. There, your signature saved. Alright. I think that's it. Those were pretty much the basic steps on how to get started and how to make a decent signature thing. Alright, thanks for watching.